Oh my
Aurelia
god.
goes down. Looks like it. Why are they doing so much fighting here? And another kill. TF falls. That's one and another fighting. And this is the craziest level 1 fight I've seen in ages. Oh my goodness. 3 kills now. 4 purple. And
Alright, so that blue card, yeah, fuck
no.
everything over.
That was terrible, terrible. Well, right before all that happened, I was going to say it's really hard to play Twisted Fate with high ping because you sometimes miss the card that you want to get.
Right, that's the problem.
But
Aurelia walked forward for no reason.
Yeah. They got really aggressive greedy on that, and that showed after they started chasing them back. I think Morgana's really good at chasing after you've gotten behind like that because of the fact that she can just bind you, and that's how Jenna died there.
And Aurelia. Of course,
yeah,
if TF got that gold card, they would have gotten a more equal trade.
True. I could have seen that as well.
The same goes for the lag.
You can tell he's doing his mad Korean clicking action
right
in the middle.
It helps a lot when you have high ping. That's what I used to do when I was in Hawaii and I played on Europe server. It's pretty effective.
It just helps you get used to the delay.
Right.
That makes sense. Get that APM up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it doesn't mean much in League.
No. I used to play StarCraft 2 with the little or StarCraft 1 with the APM counter. You know, like tells you like in game. Old school back in the day.
Yeah, dude. I wish I had something like that so I could tell if I was getting better or not.
Alright, I wonder how this is going to do. So, we don't have a sustain on either side for bottom other than just having, you know, eventually, well, he's got the Doran's Blade now on bottom lane and boots. So that helps out a lot after getting those kills. So he's gonna have a pretty big advantage there versus Vayne. I think that's gonna be probably plenty to win the lane for them on bottom. And top, sorry, up here. Looks like they were gonna go for a gank, but he's gonna leave the lane right now. She's gonna have a little bit of wasted time.
I actually remember playing against this Aurelia. She told him how to beat Aurelia with Udyr or something like that. Or Singed. He played Udyr versus Singed, and he went Wriggles, which is bad.
As
Udyr.
What would you do different? Just Wits End?
Wits End and Mallet. You don't need the wave clear really. Well, actually you do, but you don't need the armor and the lifesteal. You already have turtle stance. Yeah, you just hit Cinch.
Oh, this could be bad. Here he is. Gank coming in and decides to back off. That would have been really risky as he doesn't have very many ranks onto his taunt yet, so it wouldn't have lasted too long.
That's the other thing about Ghost. It's like another escape if you use it in time.
Yeah, you're right, and that's exactly what he did. He saw the incoming gank from Rammus, and that's a good point. We were talking about it, and like maybe one of the reasons he got it was because of the Rammus.
Possibly.
But I don't know. I mean, I feel like I would have rather had a cleanse because they have a binding and a taunt. So, like, if you get a couple of either of those, you're in a really bad spot. But then again, I mean, being able to ghost away from the Rammus is a pretty cool idea too.
Mm-hmm. It's good for team fights if you don't get caught.
True. You just got to be real juke-tastic. Got to put those juke boots on. Oh, could be getting knocked into the wall. No, it doesn't actually.
He has flash just on. Flash. Okay. Middle lane was another gank, but they both use flash.
So that's 2 ganks onto mid, and he's doing just what you were saying, keeping that pressure on the mid. Both summoners down now, so after he comes back to the lane, he's going to have to really play safe. And I think he's actually been playing safe, but even then, with a Rammus, it's hard to do so.
Mm-hmm.
I think it looks like Vayne's not doing too bad, considering the fact that she has to deal with Adorans and 2 health potions.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Vayne is really hard to play early. They need to get to the late game. They're doing a good job surviving. If he's only down a couple of CS, he's gonna definitely pick it up later on.
try and keep my eye on both bottom and mid here. Obviously, most of the action on mid is probably going to come when Rammus rolls in. And I think he's able to play safe enough to miss most of the bindings and use his cards to farm those waves down anytime he needs to do that. Morgana could be coming in here to take out these raids. Yeah, it looks like she's going to do that. Taking out those raids every chance you get, so that's going to hurt Shyvana a slight bit. They're pinging it. They know she's there. I wonder if they're going to be able to catch this. Yeah, Shyvana's not going to be able to catch that in time. Right now, top lane's fairly even. Lee Sin does have a slight lead on the kills. He's going to have that Wriggles pretty soon. She's going straight goal for 5, so in the end, I think she's going to win out as long as she doesn't fall way behind.
Right.
Here's the roll, and there's the R. She pushes that button. He's looking really bad position here, getting the stun. Now taunted.
He's getting camped so hard.
Yeah. He has no summoners now. There's not much that he can do. That's 4 kills now. And the funny thing is that most of those are just from the early fight too. That would have literally been first blood if not for that first fight.
Right. Poor TF is getting pressured like crazy.
Yeah.
Shyvana hasn't been able. Actually, no, that was from first blood. Never mind. Shyvana hasn't been able to counter jungle as much for some reason. When she sees him middle, he should be countering. Actually, he can't counter because TF doesn't have enough pressure.
Right,
so,
because he's already pushed to the lane, so if he was in the enemy jungle and they saw him walk past, they couldn't. They have wards in the jungle too, so they see everywhere he goes.
Yeah, what Shyvana needs to do is have the enemy Wraiths warded, and every time that he ganks mid, she should just go do the Wraiths, because that's where a lot of junglers get their experience, just by doing the small camps with like high creep amount.
Yeah, you're actually right. I mean, I don't play a lot of jungle, and so I'm not really too good with the theory on it, but that's exactly what I do too. I guess I don't think about it, I just do it. I'm like, I'm just going to stay here and attack the lanes and then kill some creeps that are spawning fast.
Right, that's why some people don't do the double golems, because it takes too long. And it spawns slower too.
So bottom's been alright. You'd think with no sustain that you'd see some more action, like a lot more ganks, but they're playing it pretty safe. Janna's doing a great job of placing shields down. They are going in for an engagement here. Here's the exhaust, but with that pushback, the exhaust is not going to be as effective as they wanted it to be. And I think if...
Oh, that's really good.
Ooh, here's the... So he kind of had to use his flash to get in there onto Nubish. And he might just get the kill. There's the exhaust. Another summon. And Gold Card hits a creep instead. And that might just be enough for him to get away. And let's see if he's able to make that come back. Now they're actually chasing. Wow. Wow, with the wild card. He walked back in and got it to the face.
That's a dirt moment.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Really not going Wriggles against Lee Sin. I don't know how that's going to turn out.
Well, this is going to be a free dragon for them. Even though they were able to get that kill, they all were low health, had to back out. And so, really a win for Reflex on that trade.
Oh yeah, top lane, Aurelia just missed the chance to kill Lee Sin. That's all.
What did she do wrong?
She didn't Q fast enough. She let Lee Sin have time to do his W.
To a creep. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And she didn't have Ignite up to kill him either.
That's probably did he have his kick? Let's see. Oh,
yeah,
he already used it.
Away, but he wouldn't have been able to use kick because he would have. He used it to survive, but before that he was really low. He used W to survive, and it allowed him to kick.
Oh, that's what it. Okay.
Yeah.
And the binding just barely misses him in the middle. Let's see if he can come back with the gold. No, he's gonna use red. Poor guy middle here. He's it's like they're listening to you. They said, all right, Dyrus is right. We're gonna camp this guy mid and make his life hell.
Yeah, it's very impressive how well he's doing against all this pressure. especially with lag against Morgana, it's very
Oh,
difficult.
here's an ult. He's going to come in for the kill onto
Okay.
someone up top lane. He's going to go ahead and place this gold card onto a lot of Mortis. A lot of Mortis
Place a
falls
flash.
to Aurelia. Great job there.
With that wall, dude, that wall's notorious for getting flashes over it.
Looks like Vayne's getting really low on the bottom lane. He's going to have to be careful. Corky kind of low on mana, but it shouldn't be a problem. All Anubis has to do is throw out those snowballs. It makes it really difficult for Vayne to do the damage that he needs. He's going to have to go more for just damage on each attack. That debuff is really big. Oh, Flash coming in onto the middle lane and misses the binding, but the stun will land. He probably should have waited until the stun hit to
Oh, go
throw out the
card.
binding.
Oh, he messed up. Oh, he's gonna get away.
Yeah, I think probably really should have waited until he got stunned before he hit that.
Yeah.
That was kind of a unfortunate one there. And he did use his flash to try and engage that kill, so that's a flash down with no kill.
Right. Now he's gonna be vulnerable to ganks if he goes too far. Of course, he has his skill set to get away easily since he's Morgana after all.
Yeah, I push Black Shield. You can't do anything to me. GG.
Unless TF hits the cards, his Q before the stun,
Right, break it.
which is what he was gonna do at the brush, but cut off vision, but got away anyway, so it turned out pretty good for
He actually
TF.
went for a Sheen first.
That's old school.
Yeah, I don't personally like that just because your wild cards I feel like are really useful in the laning phase, but
It's good for
Ganks,
when you
yeah.
don't really get that many blue buffs, I guess. You have a high mana storage, so if you're not doing anything, you can just kind of build up your mana, and the basic attack is not too bad either.
and no ganks going on right now, but let me see. I'm gonna just look over everybody's stats. Everything's like extremely even, and right now Aurelia is starting to pull ahead of top lane, and that I guess that makes sense. She's got wits in now, not even building to fight against Lee Sin. Doesn't look like she even matters. Yeah, she's actually beating him in trades too.
Yeah, I guess Aurelia beats Lee Sin. She doesn't even need wriggles.
Doesn't even need wriggles now.
Yeah.
Just straight up goal for 5, and now he's gonna get ganked by Shyvana here. Gonna get completely sandwiched, and
Oh, that guy's
TF
bad.
coming in. No way you're gonna get out of that gank. Nice kick there. Could help him stay alive for like half a second. Oh, he
there's
flashed,
talent
thinking he can get
for it.
away. Should probably have. I don't know. That was a low chance. Since he had that gold card up, there's no way. Probably coming in, misses the binding. Not gonna get anyone there. Not gonna.
Yeah, even with Reflex's early advantage, they've and the dragon, they've come out on top on gold. Now they're a tower
That's
ahead.
interesting though. Wow. I mean, they got a dragon, and where is that coming from? Let me see.
Probably gold for 5 and
because there's 3 people with 100, and actually bottom lane, Corky's winning farm too. So
I honestly don't know where that's. I don't know where it's coming from. It doesn't make sense.
well, it's pretty even overall. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, it's pretty even. It's not really that far off. They're the same on kills now, so. Well, Lee doing a great job though of coordinating these ganks and surviving for the most part. I mean, other than just him getting camped in middle, you have to expect someone like, like TF to die if you get camped, but
Right.
he's not falling behind. That's the main thing.
Yeah, definitely.
didn't
He's
actually affect
doing a
him.
really good job of that.
And there's the exhaust. Can he dive in here with Dragon Form and get the kill? Yes. And he needs to get out there and try and make it safely. He's going to get taunted now, so he's going to be in big trouble. Going to go down. It's going to be 1-for-1. At the same time, looks like probably was able to pick up a kill onto Twisted Fate
Wow.
middle lane while all of that was happening. I'm not sure exactly how he fell there, but I'm guessing maybe just walked up a Bashar.
Yeah, he used flash too, so I don't know what happened there.
That's too bad. Yeah, he didn't use his ghost. He just straight up died.
That's the thing about going the early Sheen. You kind of need that third Doran's ring to survive against Morgana. You kind of need some survivability.
Yeah.
Or some kind of... If you don't have cleanse, you need something just to even it out so you don't die instantly.
Probably doing a
Oh,
great job now. Actually, has 2 Dorans and needlessly large. Yeah, he just has a lot of damage. All he really has to do is walk up and push R once he gets in range, and that puts him in a
right.
bad spot. Sorry.
He also has the option of going Zonias, but not sure how much that'll do against Aurelia. I think Aurelia might be okay. She's building a Phage next for sure.
She's gonna be a really big problem if she continues to just farm up like this freely, and she already won the top lane. So.
She won against an early game hero, and she's late game, so
Mhm.
it's definitely a huge threat.
And there's the gank on the bottom lane. They weren't actually able to take out the turret either, and so that's going to be a great job. World Elite
Wow.
on top of the game as far as these ganks are concerned, just everywhere on the map. That's 4 people on bottom lane, and they could potentially take this bottom. I don't know if they're going to actually take the bottom turret or just continue to take advantage of any farm time that they can get.
It's very impressive how World Elite is playing right now. Last time I played against them, they weren't this good. They've gotten a lot better.
Oh, wasn't able to get in range of the gold card, and that binding keeps him down long enough that he's not even in this fight. Now getting ulted at the turret. Now he's going to get...
not worth it.
Oh, not going to get taunted at all.
Oh.
Zonya's being used, but not going to help him out as here comes
Blue
TF
card.
with the wild card to finish him off. That was a great counter gank there, it looks like.
Yeah, it was.
I thought for sure that he would have taunted someone back in the turret, but it just did not pan out for him.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that she had her Zonyas already. It just didn't help her out. It actually, I think it might have actually got her killed because he was able to line up his wild card just perfectly.
Yeah. At this point, it might have been better to go Def Cap because even if you like shield yourself, it's like you don't do enough damage. It's not always worth it unless you're like already super fed. But he's just kind of fed and farmed, not like super fed.
Yeah, he's getting there.
He'll get there eventually.
Okay, so getting that blue buff and gonna be probably heading back to the lanes. I'm gonna go standard until everyone ults her up. Let's see. Twisted Fate does have his ulti though.
Did you see who got the second dragon? I didn't see that.
I think it was World Elite. As they were coming back to the middle lane, they picked up the dragon and then killed the Morgana.
Okay.
I'm the same way. I always forget who grabs which buff. Everybody just pinging around, so I'm guessing. I mean, we're kind of out of the whole laning phase area. I'm assuming we're going to see some tower pushes on bottom here pretty soon. I know they want to get that done, get that out of the way, so that they can get towards that Baron area and get some control onto that.
Right. They need to push middle and bot, and then Reflex needs to push middle and top. It's kind of like it's kind of even on the opposite sides of the map.
Yeah, I feel like they'd rather have the bottom down just for the dragon control, so you don't have to worry about that pushing back against you on your bottom tower while everyone's at Baron.
Yeah. I feel like the difference is that it's just that World Elite has a better late game, I feel like.
Yeah, with Aurelia, they also have the split push potential of TF.
Mm-hmm.
And Vayne, obviously. Vayne TF, that's a lot of true damage.
Right.
So they're not even worried about resistances.
That's one way to play the game, play true damage heroes.
Yeah.
But then if you have too much true damage, enemy stacks HP. But then if you stack HP against Vayne, then it does...
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's the thing about Vayne that I hate. Like, you can't counter her unless you slow her. You have to slow her attack. That's the only way.
And that's a good point. And then they did that. They have They have Nunu to slow the attack, and I'm guessing if one
Right.
of them builds a Frozen Heart, that's even going to make it worse. So I can see Rammus grabbing like a Frozen Heart potentially, or I don't know, anyone else.
Yeah, that's the best decision against Vayne. You have to slow her attack. That's the only way, because you build HP, it's like, nope, more damage. Level 13 Vayne, maxes W, always a threat, no matter what items you have. And then she just hits hard with her R, and her if she has a lot of attack, then she just hits hard. It just scales well.
I think they're going to be looking for this next dragon. They're all kind of grouping up in that general direction, and so we got a lot of Mortis looking for wards with his oracles. Doesn't find any there, so there's not any good coverage for World Elite. They're going to have to get over there very soon as that dragon's about to spawn.
I feel like a lot of Mars is gonna fall off late game if he doesn't do well here.
This
Oh
could be
man,
bad. They have no idea. They're all waiting around the corner. That was a great job of standing there.
melted.
That was one of the best surprise attacks I've seen in a really long time. That completely demolished World Elite. What an amazing move. Since they knew that there were no wards there, yeah, that's something I've never seen before.
As
And-
Vayne, you cannot be up that close if you don't have vision.
Wow.
Vayne was caught out of position there.
They just took that and they're gonna go for Baron right here. That
Yeah,
might be what it. That might be game. Like
That's game breaking.
that was
Oh.
yeah, game breaking. Couple kills, dragon, and now Baron.
Yeah.
That was so cool, man. They just stood right around the corner. That was very well coordinated too.
Oh.
Oh, they didn't actually pick it up. So there's ultimate. Here comes. Oh, he's gonna flash in.
Oh.
Nice
TF
flash for
get
Messiah
away,
getting
but
out there.
Shyvana. Oh, that was good. That was very good.
Really good flash, and he stopped him from doing Baron. So not game breaking after all. Just
Yeah.
not good. It went
Good
from
play
game breaking
by,
to not good.
Good play by TF there, having the right abilities.
Oh, Dragon getting really low. Will he die? Oh my goodness, that shield saved him from the last kick. And that was a very good job. Oh man, Nubish standing here doing the bam, big damage from the move. Still gonna go down, not gonna help him out. Messiah picks up the kill. TF grabs that one. Now it's gonna be look like in a 3v3, but well, Elite is actually on the low health, low mana scale.
I have no
Danny's
idea what's
weaker.
going on right now. It's crazy.
Yeah, there was a lot of action going on back and forth, but overall, we had to step out as they ran out of HP, ran out of mana, and that fight went on for ages.
Yeah, dude. That TF is doing a lot of work. For someone who got camped middle, he's doing very, very well. I need the soul of a Korean caster to take over my mind and voice box.
We're gonna have to get some Plague in here.
Yeah, some Plague-goo.
All right, man, we got Tornado and Plague.
Plague-goo. Oh man.
Doesn't get much
And more-
better than that.
What's gonna be the Plague-goo? The Morgana W?
When Morgana runs into everyone with an ult and Zanya's.
Yeah, that's gonna be Plague-goo.
Either
All
that
right.
or that along with the Nunu ultimate. Plague.
It's an ice Plague-goo.
Yeah. The icy death Plague.
Isu. I don't know.
This could go bad if we continue on this path, Dyrus.
Yeah, let's just stop.
People are face palming at their desks right now.
They're like, oh god, why am I watching this?
They're muting their streams as we speak.
Yeah.
Like, cannot listen further. All right, so as we talk about nothingness, there's just some standard pushing. This middle tower will go down, regardless of Messiah's attempts with wild cards to push back the creeps. Not going to help him, and they might have a chance to pick up this Baron. Great ward or basically, yeah, ward coverage for Reflex, as they've got this oracles on Nunu's head here, and he's walking around finishing up everything. They don't have any coverage of Baron, so they don't really have an idea if they're actually going to be doing that or not.
They could have done Baron. Alright,
they
so
could've.
timing ult by TF to check.
That's actually good. Now that they know TF's ultimate is down, they can push down this top tower and pretty much just take whatever objectives that they feel like they want at this point.
I feel like World Elite needs a stall for Flash and Exhaust. for some of their players right now. Because if they fought now, it would be really, really bad.
Yeah, especially with no TF ultimate to give them vision of people. Of course, the main thing for that is to help catch people split out, but everyone else's ultimate is ready to go. They're going to have to be really careful if somebody gets caught by that Ramus in another one of those engages. Oh, this could be bad for Jen. Whoa, no, there's the binding, and she's going to use her ultimate. Not going to help her out. She is going to fall here. That's unfortunate. That's that ward taunt.
Yeah, ward taunt. Oh man.
You know they're not happy about that right now. World Elite is yelling out obscenities.
Oh, that was close.
They could catch TF here. There's just way too much. Oh yeah, he's just goes way too much movement speed on that TF for them to go to catch him now.
That flash ghost, man.
Yeah, if he didn't have a ghost, he might have actually gotten taunted. I don't know. His flash helped him get away for quite a distance, but
he would have died at least 6 times this game if he didn't have flash ghost. Definitely a good choice of summoners.
They are still so even though on gold though. It feels to me like Reflex has such a huge advantage, and it's probably because of the fact that they've got all this ward coverage. But I think this next fight could be a really huge factor in how things go. As World Elite, like we've talked about, has a really strong late game team, but if they lose one of these fights here, then they could potentially get really far behind. And man, this Ramus, he's a pretty big issue. This is why Ramus is banned. Like, just being anywhere near him, like he could be a whole screen away from you, and he's gonna catch you.
Yeah, they're dealing with it really well. I would hate to be in their position.
Almost got caught by a blind bind there. And will get caught by Ramus as he does get a taunt in. Down goes Morgana, sorry, that's not even the ultimate being used there. And this could be really bad for World Elite. They're trying their best to get in there and do some damage. Only able to take down Corki, but that is the right target for them to remove. Now with the big ultimate, Nunu is able to blast out just one target, but enough to take down the dragon eventually with the help of this team. And now it's just going to be Vayne trying to kite as best as she can against Morgana. Can she take him out? She's actually doing a really good job. She might be able to finish him off. Nice splash there, and into the binding. That was really well played, but probably goes down. Oh, and he gets the double kill, and he stays alive for the whole thing. World Elite coming on top of that fight with not a lot of Mortis on the run. I don't know how that happened, but World Elite actually does come on top of that fight. I had no idea that Vayne played so well, the skill of that Vayne. Man. And the funny thing is that I was like, oh, Vayne got outplayed because she was sitting there, fighting for Lee Sin, and Lee Sin flashes away so that Morgana binding would hit her, but her lifesteal was way too much, and she just literally tanked it. And now they're going to take a turret for that. Wow, that's a Plague moment right there. And here comes Vladimor's trying to come in from behind, but he's not able to do it. He's going to get taunted and killed.
Wow, he gets
it doesn't matter. He's too strong. This Vayne is carry status right now, just completely demolishing everybody on the enemy team. They've got to deal with this Vayne, or they're going to lose.
Even though TF had no summoners, Ramus used flash on Janna. I saw everything that went wrong that fight.
Oh man. Yeah, so Janna died so fast she wasn't able to use her ult. I was trying to say that, but I was talking too fast, I couldn't say it. And then at that point, I thought it was gonna go really sour. They just cleaned it up so nice. And ultimate used to no use, I guess.
That fight was an impressive turnaround.
Really was. That puts World Elite in a very nice advantage at 4K gold without even picking up Baron, but they grabbed, that turret there. They're going to grab bottom turret here. This is really bad.
Letting TF sit in the back and keep on proccing Lichbane was really, really bad. And one of the wild cards. Wow, they're going to get Baron here for free.
Yeah, that's a free Baron because they went bottom, so they were like, hey.
All for that bot tower.
They should have just continued pushing bottom because there's no way they were going to get there in time. I feel like if they had gotten the other bottom tower, it would have been at least somewhat of a, okay.
Yeah, they're still ahead, but that was very, very unnecessary. That turned their win into like a kind of even win.
Yeah. So what happened was like Twisted Fate was down on the south side here,
Right.
throwing out procs while Vayne was up top, and they were like, well, which target do we go for? And they were kiting them so well. Like, they couldn't actually choose a target to go for, and then Vayne ended up 1v2ing while Twisted Fate was just doing massive damage to everyone else.
That fight could have actually went a lot better. Aurelia did absolutely nothing but be a tank that fight. She, instead of Eing Morgana, who is also full like her, and stunning Morgana or forcing her to use shield and do shield damage, Aurelia pressed E on Rammus, who was already lower. So he did not do anything that fight. So now with his late game, hopefully he'll show later on by chasing after Corki and Morgana, which is what he should be doing.
And now the wildcard poke begins. He's got the full death cap with Lichbane. He's about to have his magic
Fourth
pen, I'm
staff.
guessing.
Yeah.
Staff built up. It's nice that he did build that Quicksilver. That's where not having cleanse is okay, because now you've got the ghost and you've got a cleanse item. So that's gonna help out tremendously. Gonna have to be really careful here. Obviously, they do have the ward, so that's gonna help out a lot. But they gotta make sure they don't get grabbed by a binding into a taunt. You have to think about. I think Reflex did a great job of planning their team out with Morgana binding into a taunt. It's just that
Not much follow up.
yeah, well, they've been killing like Janna, for example, in that last fight.
Oh, yeah.
They used that combo to kill Janna.
I think they're using too much on Janna. Definitely using too much on Janna.
Yeah, I feel like if they can kill Janna without using their taunt, like obviously Bunny's gonna hit who it hits, but
Taunt should be used on Aurelia if she is not having W on, and otherwise Taunt should be used on TF, or actually can't be used on TF.
he's just gonna get out of it.
Yeah.
Okay, this is looking like they're gonna try and come around from behind, possibly, but I don't know if that's gonna work out for them. I think that they could potentially win a fight if they got dove, like
Right.
really easily, because they have so much kite potential.
Yeah. Right now, the only person Rammus can taunt really is Aurelia. She's the tank.
Yeah, they have. That's a really smart of them. They have the double Quicksilver, so if they can actually get them to Quicksilver out of a binding, that would be really strong. Here's the dive. Looks like they're gonna go in. Morgana wants to use her ultimate in the middle of everybody, and Lee Sin gets destroyed completely. Ultimate from Morgana doesn't actually stun anyone. Does land on two people, so a little bit of
blue
damage
card.
being used. And seeing if she can get in there and do some work, but not going to help her out.
Blue
I think
card.
it's going to be a win for Wii. Nubish just barely staying alive, using his heal to keep him up.
Oh, wow. He does a lot of damage.
Not going to live. Flash into the passive movement speed bonus, is able to pick up that kill. That's going to be almost an ace, but Rammus rolls out quickly, just in time. And I think this is going to be... Oh, can they walk into the bush? No, they're not going to do it.
Nope.
That would have been really bad. If,
I don't like this early Thornmail in Rammus.
oh, he got a Thornmail. Okay. So he's going to try and, I guess, counter out the damage, but he has no real health.
Can't do that against true damage. Can't do it at all.
Does that actually reflect true damage?
Oh, no, it doesn't. You can't. You need to build HP, but you can't build HP, so you needed to build slow. So Rammus needed to build either Warden's Mail or Frozen Heart or something that makes
they're
him
going
do
to
more
get
damage.
the nice Quicksilver there. She's actually stayed alive. She uses her cleanse just in the right moment. Aurelia looking like she's in a little bit of trouble trying to use that heal as much as she can, but Aurelia picks her up, so she's not going to be able to survive. She stays there to kind of kite them away from their team. Not that big of a loss. They're still really far ahead.
Yeah, 6k gold ahead.
I kind of
And
like
they
what
have
she
better
did
late
there. She
game.
kind of ran back into the team rather than continuing to run so that they wouldn't be able to chase the rest of them.
There's one thing I don't agree with though. This game is that Shyvana has a Quicksilver sash for some reason.
Oh, okay.
Don't really agree with that.
I guess they all want to be able to get out of the binding. Although she
Yeah.
could have probably spent that money on just straight up like Wit's End.
I guess that means Shyvana's gonna go face plant first into every fight then. Because I would have just straight up built like even more tank with just having Aurelia walk in first or something.
Yeah, she doesn't have that attack speed. I usually see the Shyvanas with like a Wits End, but I mean,
She's going the Atmos build.
Atmos, yeah.
The reason why she's not going Wits End is because only Morgana has magic damage other than Corki,
and she gets
and their
taunted
top is a
by
bruiser.
Ramus. That's a decent amount of magic damage too.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Of his ultimate.
But then when he W's, it's oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right.
And then
Never
Corki
mind.
has like some magic damage with his missiles. I don't know. They're mostly like pretty hybrid. Think about it.
I think I would have just stacked HP, to be honest, against their team. If they kill Corki and they stack HP, then they pretty much win.
Yeah, that's what they did in that one fight where they came back. Is they killed Corki first, and then it was really easy for them to clean up everything else because Lee Sin is actually. I mean, I think Lee Sin falls off pretty hard late game. So.
Right. As long as Corki dies.
Wow, that was a look at that
wow,
quicksilver.
that's a
That was
big
so
crit.
fast. Like the instant he got binded, he went out of that.
Yeah, with that ping, that's pretty. Dang.
Yeah, looks like ping's not an issue here.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice juke on that binding, but hits her for half her HP, that Janet. That's almost like getting hit with a Nidalee spear. It's like a Nidalee spear that binds you.
Corki's really scary right now.
Oh, yeah.
He has a big wall to hide behind of.
That's one thing about having Morgana in your team is it's really hard to you can't do a very hard engage on people because then she just ults you and binds you.
Yeah, I feel like the longer the game lasts, the farther the Reflex is gonna fall behind until Lee gets more items. Still not that good late game.
Right. He just like a little bit tankier.
Yeah, he has to get the E off of Vayne no matter what. If he can get it off on Vayne and Aurelia, he's in a really good position. Especially if they don't have if Vayne doesn't have QSS for the E because of like bindings and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like in theory they built their team in a great way to counter out the champions that are on World Elite, but in practice it's not working out as well for them because the champions are just not as strong at this part of the game.
Right. They needed to win earlier. But with the Nunu being really good late game.
Oh, man. Just barely dodging that Q from Lee Sin. They have no idea they're here. They have no wards. And there's the ward. But they are going to catch Lee Sin. Lee Sin's going to go down very quickly while Aurelia jumps onto Prawley here. Prawley will probably... No, he actually does not get his full ultimate off onto everybody. And Ignite does not finish off Janna either. So everybody's doing really well. Looks like they do have Prawley down. That's 3 kills now for World Elite. None of them have died yet. And they could potentially pick up a full ace if they play this correctly. Now chasing down a lot of Mortis. Once again, the last person alive, as that tends to be the recurring pattern here that I'm seeing. Janna does finally die, though, to the Ramus. And they are just going to clean up this tower.
Like I said, if Vayne gets to do whatever she wants and they don't slow her, it's going to be a problem. She can attack anyone and do as much damage, except Ramus, of course. But Lee Sin face checked that, it felt like. That's why they lost that fight so hard.
Yes.
Other than the team comp in late game.
He literally did nothing there. He just melted like butter.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm curious, are they going to go straight for Baron here? If they don't, then I think that Reflex can pick it up. They don't have much time to get it, so they're going to have to be there quick. And they definitely know they're at Baron. They have that ward there. I just don't know if Reflex can. I don't think Reflex can get there.
Probably, unless Slaughtermores can pull something off. Nah, it's not going to happen.
He wants to, but he's not.
Yeah, they're just going to space him out.
Oh, now it's going to be a kill. He's going to ultimate on a lot of more Slaughtermores. He's going to fall.
Oh, that true damage. Oh my god.
Much.
Needs that Randuin's and that Frozen Heart. Or Sunfire Cape. Needs it so badly right now.
World Elite have done a great job of pushing ahead in this game, and I think it really came down to that one fight where Janet got caught, but they killed the Corki, and so it was like a better trade for them.
Mm-hmm. That last fight, Aurelia had really good teamwork synergy with TF. The moment TF was going for Corki, and then he was getting killed by Corki, Aurelia immediately switched to Corki. Or actually, I guess that's because they just killed their counterparts
she
really
straight up went
fast.
to Morgana first, and then as soon as Morgana hit her Zanya, she switched targets.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, something like that.
She pretty much put Prawley at about 25% HP before he hit his Zanyas.
Oh wow,
She
that's
deeps him down real hard.
uh,
Cause she's got Atma's and Wits End now. Plus both, yeah, so much. She's scary.
with that Rai doing, he's gonna be able to propel Corki's attacks.
Yeah, GA.
Uh-oh.
That Vayne is unstoppable right now. I mean, they can kill her, and they're still gonna lose. But it's gonna take so long to finish her off. Red buff as well. This is looking really bad. And there we go. Once again, catching Lee Sen. And he will fall. Down goes Rammus. Not even tanky anymore. Can't handle that. This is going to be GG. Just way too much damage for them to handle at this point. That's the ace. GG, well played, being called out. And I guess we're just going to go ahead and clean this up right now. QSS too strong. They have 3 QSS, a GA. Pretty much counters out anything Rammus and Morgana can do.
Right. The Rammus ganks middle got countered by the summoner spells and the quick engages to. I think that Reflex should have just stayed on Baron, to be honest. Like, they would have poked, but there's no way they could have chased. It might have been
a lot of credit as well for their early game play.
yeah.
They had some amazing coordinated ganks. If you think back at all the times when TF went and there was like 4-man ganks on top, on bottom, like consistently.
Mm-hmm.